We do have some questions in the chat.
I see what Julie did and gave me the area that have the most questions.
Wow, lots of good ones. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah. Would you like me to read those, or would you like to go through them yourselves, Julie and Cody?
Yeah, going through, I can go through that.
Okay.
To Christopher Hall's question, what's the gallon capacity of the irrigation reservoirs compared to the capacity of the drinking water reservoirs? That's a great question, and I don't have that off the top of my head. You can find that on each of the irrigation districts' websites. That they will show you what the capacity is.
Whatever you want.
And I apologize if my audio went out for a minute. Hopefully it didn't last too long.
It's fine now.
Oh, good. Okay. Let's see. How does irrigation use compared to municipal drinking water use? It is irrigation use is a lot more than municipal use. Municipal use makes up a small percentage of total water use. And so the agriculture is definitely the higher user of water in our area. Are there particular crops that use a lot of water? I think that I don't have a good answer for that. That'd be a good question too for possibly our water master in Jackson County. Siobhan Haynes, he might have some good information about that. Is there any rebates to homeowners for lawn replacement? Yes, currently there is a lawn replacement rebate for the city of Ashland customers. And we are working on one for the city of Medford customers. The next question, do you have to live within the city limits to take advantage of these programs? And yes, that is correct. You do have to be in the city limits to participate in the rebates. However, you don't have to be in the city limits to actually make these changes, because it's only going to benefit you in the long run to have a reduced water need and water usage. Like Cody said, we want to be able to expand and offer rebates and programs to all of our partner cities in the area. But right now we are limited to Medford residents and Ashland residents. And that's because those are the communities that actually they're paying into the conservation programs, and water rates from those customers pay for the conservation programs. Jackson Soil and Water Conservation District has a lot of programs as well, and they can help outside city limits. And so I would recommend that you call and talk with them.
And just real quick too, I wanted to, emphasize that feel free to give us a call, because we're here to help. And even though some of these programs aren't available to you, we can point you in the direction to help you, find the best resources or available resources to, take a lawn, replace your lawn and go water-wise or fire-wise plants. And also, like if you're stuck on which type of sprinkler controller, we're very knowledgeable in those areas as well. So
yeah, we may not be able to. Yeah, sorry, Cody. We may not be able to offer a rebate, but we're certainly happy to help provide you with any resources or have a conversation with you anytime. That's a nice big question about what are your projections for the next 5-10 years of water availability. I wish I had a crystal ball to look into. This would be a longer conversation to have, and I don't have a simple answer for that. So something that we are looking at as we put together our water master plans, and specifically Medford Water Commission is working on towards that currently. Is water pricing based on water use? It is. You do have a base charge typically for municipal water. You have a base charge, so that just covers the cost of the infrastructure, the meter, the pipe from the street to your meter, and then you get charged by your consumption. So on top of the base rate, then you have consumption charges. Should we expect to let our lawns go brown this summer? Potentially. There are ways, and we were talking about, there are ways to water that can help. Not as far as you can reduce the water use, but it's a lot about how you apply the water, and the type of soil you have. So there's a lot of variables that can go into it. And so again, that's a longer conversation, but we're not suggesting that everyone stop watering, just reduce the watering. It's hard, lawns will come back. They will come back, but they might not look quite as nice as they did before. But yes, you may see lawns going brown this summer. What is the average household water use per day in April? Good question. It's going to depend on whether we have to do any irrigation or not. This month, I would say it's closer to that indoor usage, which is around 5,000 gallons per month. And that would be for even a family of 4, between 5,000 and 7,000. Any programs to help subsidizing installing gray water systems? Not currently, but we have a lot of resources, a lot of information, and be happy to talk to you about how to go about navigating that process.
I like Tony's question, Tony Davis, about how would a resident or other cities go about getting their cities to join into these programs. And it's simple, just calling your local municipality or city hall and just letting them know that, hey, there's these good rebate programs and conservation programs and in Medford and Ashland. How come we're not? And we are tracking that as well about how many people phone calls we get, so that we have that data to show to our other partner cities of to show them here's all these other people that are wanting these programs, and let's get it going.
And there's always, there may be something that one of these partner cities is doing that we're not yet aware of. So it never hurts to give the city a call, wherever you're living. If you're living in the city of Talent, Phoenix, Jacksonville, call your city and find out what's going on. It looks like one more question about water quality. Medford does have water quality reports. If you want to get your water tested, there's Nielsen Laboratories in Medford. Well water testing, I believe Jackson County drinking water program has a program for testing, and they will often put on events where they will test your water for you. And I would also reach out to soil and water conservation districts.
Yeah, I'm talking about water in Jacksonville provided by.
Oh, you went on mute, Richard. Sorry.
There we go. I'm talking about water quality actually in Jacksonville. And so I'm not talking about well water or anything like that. You mentioned Nielsen as a testing organization. Yeah,
but Jacksonville is supplied with water that's treated by the Medford Water Commission. But if you want to do your own testing, Nielsen is where that can be done. I've got some real issues with actually, it looks like black algae, that I've never seen before. So I'm looking for a way to discover what the issue is. I've never seen it. I've never seen it before. Oh, interesting. And sometimes when you see that, it could be from the plumbing, something going on inside your house or on your property. But
this is a new house.
Yeah, oh, brand new house. Okay.
So the company is Nielsen.
Yeah.
And they do testing for Medford water quality. They're recognized by Medford.
They do. Yeah. Medford Water goes through them for water quality testing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The pricing does vary by location. Yes. Do large water users. Example, SOU golf courses have plans to reduce water, absolutely, especially considering that they may only have TID water for so long. They are planning to cut back on watering and minimize the amount of water that they're using from potable water source from the city of Ashland. So yes, they are taking a big look at that. They realize that they are community leaders, you know, in our communities, and so they're trying to take those steps and reduce their use as well. And yes, SOU and Ashland's golf course are on TID for irrigation. But when that gets shut off, then that's the question of where's the water going to come from? And they have plans to really reduce this year. So you may see more browning around town. They do some drinking water, but they realize that they can't do that given the situation. So they want to step up and help and make sure that we have enough to get through the summer. Very nice. Christopher Hall has mentioned everyone should read Cadillac Desert. I agree. It's a great book, all about water resources. Definitely a good read. Let's see. Yeah, so if you have any water quality concerns, go to our website. We should have our water quality report ready to go soon. Yes, potable drinking water costs quite a bit more to use. And so that's another incentive to cut back as much as possible. Okay. Anybody else? Anyone have any more questions? I hope I got to all of them. And if I didn't, please feel free to reach out to me or Cody at our emails that we gave.